What's up? Big news, I got a new boat. I was about this close to buying the 2019 Hobie Outback. It's 3,000 bucks, like before tax for the camel one is the one I wanted. But I stuck to my guns about never buying a new Hobie, and I was just lurking on Craigslist and I saw a guy had a PA12. He was wanting 2,300 bucks for it, and I wrote him, asked him if he was interested in doing some trading, and I traded my two Outbacks. You saw them in that last Hobie upgrade video that I did. I straight traded my two old school Outbacks for this. It's a 2013 PA12. So yeah, I had $1,000 total in those two old school Outbacks, and I straight traded it for this. So I got a PA12 for 1,000 bucks. And I just went to the kayak shop, got a whole bunch of goodies, and this boat has some issues, but I'm gonna show you how you can pick up one of these old school boats, trick it out, and in my mind, it's just as good as a 2019 Outback. But let's get into it, man. Let's build this thing out. All right, real quick, I'm gonna show you some details about the boat. That way you can see what I'm working with, like a before and after kind of deal. We'll go from the stern to the bow. It came with the live well. I'm pretty sure these things are like $500 new, something ridiculous. It came with the wheels. On the inside of this hatch, we got a hatch bucket. I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna do a fish finder battery install in there. Comes with a seat. That's my favorite part, man, is this super nice seat. It's got like a little tear in the grip right there. I think I'm just gonna super glue that. Then coming down, these fins are nasty, dude, and I ordered some new ones. They should be here in a couple days. You'll see them by the time this video's posted. I'll have those new ones on you. You'll be able to see them. It came with the hatch bucket. That's the foam from the inside where the standing pads are, because I'm gonna do some tricked out stuff to it. And it came with the H-bar, pretty sweet. It also came with two big like bazooka tube type rod holders. Well, we're gonna paint those. It's got that ram ball down there on the floor. I hate that. So I'm gonna take that up because the whole point of a PA to me is standing, and that's like right where my feet go. So I'm gonna move that. And yeah, man, so we're gonna trick this bad boy out. I got some new deck mat. We're gonna deck mat the whole thing, install a fish finder, install a bunch of gear tracks on it. It's gonna be sweet, man. All right, first upgrade that we're gonna do is anchor trolley. All right, I'm gonna show you all how easy this Hobie anchor trolley kit is to install. It is crazy. So much easier than my last one. There's these two little caps. Pop those out. And then you just screw it in, man. There's already pre-drilled holes in here. No drilling or nothing. And that's not going anywhere, man. And we put in these two guys. Then the one in the back. Then I got some 550 cord, and we're gonna hook this guy up. Here's the anchor trolley that came on it when I bought it. And you know, it works, but I don't know, dude, I just like to have my stuff really clean. So cut that side, done. What I did is the standard anchor trolley kit just came with this, and that was one piece, and I cut it in half. Then I routed my 550 through on the trolley. I tied a knot in here, and then just two knots on there. Then I use this heat shrink tubing and just shrank it over that. All right, next we're gonna start putting in the deck mat. All right, so we got that big old roll of it's called black tip deck mat. It's cheap. I'll leave a link for it in the description. But all I did was pull up my old mat, stick this one on top of it to use it as a stencil. So then just cut around it with scissors. But yeah, I got some glass cleaner. I'm gonna clean up the floor and stick this dude down. Alright, moment of truth. I heard this stuff is like insanely sticky, so we'll make sure that we get it down and going in the right spot first. Heck yeah, man. Alright, so these are the factory pads. I replaced those, and then I just did this tricked out guy right here. The more I do this, the better and faster I'm getting at it. So if you're thinking about doing deck mat, like the Hobie deck mat is like 300 bucks. I paid 80 for a giant roll of this, so I'm gonna try to do like the entire interior of this boat. Just want to show y'all how I'm doing this floor. So you get your painter's tape. I was using regular masking tape, and the adhesive was too strong, and I wasn't able to like pull the stencil up after I made it. But anyway, this is how you do this, man. You get your painter's tape, and then you just mask it just like you would if you were painting, and then you're gonna pull this whole thing up. Once you get it all stenciled out, then you stick it on the big sheet. I've been using scissors for like the side cuts, and then a razor blade for like these little intricate cuts. For this right here, what I did is I got a pencil, and I just like I don't know what that's called, man, but where you just make a mark on it, not trace, shade, I guess. And then I went back with my razor blade and cut it out, and then made the edges sharp with another piece of masking tape. But yeah, that's how you do it, man. All right, next up on my seat, it was tore, and I super glued it, but it's kind of bothering me that it's not like flush. I know it's like a super small detail, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna try to do a paracord wrap. There we go. Got the wrap. I decided to do it first before filming it to see if I liked it, and I love it. So now I'll teach you guys how to do this. You need to have a little loop at the end right here. Then you hold this like that, and then you just start going to town wrapping this. And the key is you want it to be tight. Like if you think it's tight enough, it's probably not. Cut your excess, get it out of the way. Then this is gonna go up behind that loop that you made. Like that. And then you pull this one. But yeah, now that's under there. You want to clip all the excess. Same down here, clip all your excess. And then hit it with a lighter. And there you go, man. Now we got custom handles. Next upgrade, probably the easiest one that you could do, is dual steering. Well, told you that was easy. Alright, y'all ready for the fastest kayak upgrade?
get rid of this thing. This hatch is huge on the inside. If you're using this little Plano thing, you're wasting your hatch. Don't use that. Use the bucket. Now look at how much more room you got instead of these two Planos. Alright. Just put this gear track on. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That was pretty gnarly. I gotta go back with the razor blade and get up the silicone, but just real quick, down and dirty, how you do this. You just mask it off where you want it to go, and then you drill holes, and then put your silicone down, put the hardware in, and then bolt it on the back side. And I'll show you a little bit. Yeah, drill the hole, mask it, drill the hole, sealant. That's just marine silicone. I got it at West Marine. If you're doing this with self-tapping screws, make sure your clutch is down on your drill all the way, or else you'll strip out the hole, and then you'll have to put a fastener behind it. But anyway, do that. And then the hard part is I gotta reach down in there, put the nut on here, and then my hand's too big to even fit up here, so I basically just gotta feel around for that. And then I'll turn the clutch up as high as I can on here and strip out the kayak. That way that will spin, and then I'm just screwing it down into that. Alright, gear track's in. Alright, next up we're gonna do the fish finder install. So let's see, I got this gear track head, and I have the 2018 PA mounting boards coming in the mail. So this is just temporary. I'm fishing a tournament next week, and I got a volunteer on Saturday for Heroes on the Water. So these Scotty mounts are friggin' awesome, dude. The rail mounts. I'm not gonna put it on there now because I gotta wire up this transducer and stuff. But the fish finder that I have is a Humminbird 598 CI HD. It's a side imaging unit, and I haven't ordered it yet. But Burley Pro makes a side scan transducer mount that fits on the Lowrance Ready kayaks. I fish mostly in shallow water, so side scan isn't like a huge deal for me, but I do want to be able to utilize it when I want to. So not part of this kayak upgrade video. I'm just gonna gorilla tape this to the Lowrance Ready thing down there just for temporary, and then eventually I'll get that Burley Pro transducer mount. This is a deer feeder battery, 12 volt, I think it's 7 amp hours. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see how much battery life I'll get out of here. I would like to have gotten a 12 volt, like 10 amp hour battery, but this battery is only 20 bucks, and if this will last like 5 hours, then I'm good with that. This is the Hobie battery mount that fits in the hatch back there. Pretty legit. And then that's just gonna slide in the gear track, so this should be pretty easy to install. I'll show you when it's all done, it working. Alright, so we just gorilla taped our transducer down, and somebody's gonna comment, that's not how you do that. Yeah, I know, man. I didn't want to spend the money for the kit to mount this Humminbird transducer on here before I buy the Burley Pro one, man. I don't want to buy the transducer mount twice, but this should work for the time being. And then I scored the tape right here. I don't think it would interfere with the sonar, but just in case, now we're gonna screw that back on. Boom, got that on there. Easy day. Alright, update on the fish finder install. We got the transducer in, that's wired up, going through, coming out. and it's gonna pop out right there. Now we're about to do the battery wiring. Okay. Fish finder's on through the hole. All the wires are run. Now I just gotta crimp some leads on there and drop the battery in. All right, just put our crimps on, and we're about at the moment of truth. It's kind of suck if it doesn't work. Man, that's legit. Awesome, man. It's a camera mount that I made. It's just a Manfrotto monopod with two screwball mounts from Yak Attack and a little adapter on the track mount. So now I can move the camera like anywhere I have track mount. So when I get the new boards, there'll be track mount all over it, and then I'm gonna put two small gear tracks in the back also. There's these old like ram mount, like bazooka tube rod holder things. They were super corroded, so I hit them with sandpaper and put a fresh coat of paint on. All right, there's one of them. All right, got a package in the mail. Just covered up my personal info, that way ISIS can't steal it. Awesome. How you change these? Use split ring pliers, and then you're just gonna pull that split ring off. This pin slides out, and then the fin just comes off. And then the new one just slides on. And then put that split ring back in there, and that's it. All right, so we're still doing this kayak build. I just got finished fishing a tournament yesterday, and I wasn't really happy with, before the tournament, how these rails are on this kayak, the mounting boards. So I bought the 2018 mounting boards. So you can see they have the gear track in it already. This one will go on that side. And I was gonna replace it because I didn't think that I would really like this H-bar, but I used it in the tournament yesterday. It was super windy outside, and I put that thing up and I was able to lean against it like backwards, forwards, sideways. And I just really enjoyed that H-bar. So I decided I'm actually gonna keep it on there. Come on. And I was gonna replace these two rod holders for this type. But it was actually really awesome to be able to quickly just push that thing down and get it out of the way. You know, like when I was in the heavy chop, I put the H-bar down and put those things down, and I lowered my seat down, and I was able to actually cast, and then really quickly I could pull all that stuff back up. So I decided I'm just gonna keep it, man. I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna return these, and this may still be a really cool option for some of you guys, but for me personally, I'm not gonna do it. But I do want some additional gear track up there, so I'm just gonna put some more gear track up on the rail that's already there. I'm just gonna put it like right here, and that's it. All right, so got the gear tracks on. I went ahead and put my camera boom on there that I made. Check it out. And then the very last thing that I did was I put Gorilla Tape on that rod holder, and I didn't like the way it looked, so I ordered these Burt's custom tackle replacement rod cap holders for a 2-inch, and that'll work for PVC pipes, also for like your beach carts or whatever. But that wraps up the kayak mods. Alright, so just a quick summary what we did. We put anchor trolleys on both sides with the matching paracord. I did the deck mat. I already had that crate with the Yak Gear bag. That thing's like 25 bucks. It keeps all your tackle dry and you can easily take your stuff in and out. That's just a small little cooler. The seat, we paracord wrapped the handles. I put dual steering controls. You can see it on the other side. We mounted the gear tracks here. You don't need H-rails. They're overpriced, and these gear tracks are the same thing. And also you can take all the stuff off. So like for a surf entry, I don't want anything right there. Like I don't want to have to jump over the H-rail to get in if I'm launching from the surf. Light, we did the fish finder install. We put the battery, the Academy Sports deer feeder battery is mounted in there. We put the transducer in the Lowrance ready. I put the square hatch bucket down inside there. You can see more of the deck mat. That's just my ice mule I put on there, and we made the custom rod holder, our GoPro mount, custom GoPro mount. And there you go. That's my tournament boat. All right, so that's my boat. The reason I made this video is to show you guys that you don't have to have a brand new 2019 Outback. There's a lot of similarities between this boat and the new Outback. You know, there's H-rails and gear tracks and stuff all over the new Outback. All right, well, we put them on ours now. I don't really like the H-rail. I think it's kind of silly. But gear tracks, we got gear tracks everywhere now. You can put tons of accessories on there. Storage, we put in the square hatch, and then Plano boxes. For me, I don't even use those. Like every bit of tackle that I use, I can fit in the back of that crate. I store my soft plastics in a Ziploc bag, and I take one little box with my hard baits in it, and I don't need anything else aside from that. We did deck mat, put handles on the seat. So I traded my two Outbacks. I had $1,000. I got the one for $200 and the other one for $800, and I straight traded both of those kayaks for this 2013 PA12. Put a little bit of 10 to 11 care in it, and now we got a super legit boat. I finished that tournament yesterday, and we were very close to winning it. I think it was by like less than a pound. So the boat performed extremely well. So if you're on the fence about whether or not you should finance a brand new kayak, don't do it. Go buy, this is a 2013, you can get them for around $2,000 used. If you get real lucky, you can find them cheaper than that. My brother got a PA12 for $1,200. So get it. I probably put a couple $100 into this one, and now it has everything that a brand new kayak has on it. So if you're buying brand new yaks, it's the same thing as buying a car. You're gonna lose about $1,000 as soon as you take that kayak out from the dealership. So there you go, man. If you like these videos, leave a comment. If you want to know specifically how I did something, just ask. But thank you guys so much for watching, and Tight Lines will see you out there on the water.